Jamie, and today I'm joined with a couple of members of a local band, Impuritas. How are you doing, guys?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Good, yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
Yeah,
Would you like to introduce yourselves? Tell us what your role is in the band.
I'm Nick. I'm the bass player for the band.
I'm Jordan, and I play drums.
Well, thank you for taking some time out to come and talk to me today. First, let's talk about how Impuritas first formed.
Well, it started long before.
Long before me and Nick was both in the band, really, but our vocalist Tom, he started the band like around 2010 or 11, something like that, and they had a few members before, and then I joined in, it was around 2013, I think it was, and we did have a bass player at the time, but then there were some problems with that, and then that was when Nick joined in the band, so that's basically it, really.
And what inspired you to start creating music as individuals?
Violence, really. Violence and, I don't know, just metal, really.
Just from listening to all my favourite bands and things, and when I first started playing drums, I knew that I wanted to do music and perform to people. So.
And what's the main message that you try and portray in your music, if any?
Violence.
Just violence and aggression, really. Just angry music.
Yeah.
But what's the process of creating your music? So what happens when you're writing music? Do you just sit down and kind of just go for it?
We usually, normally we sort of set up our stuff to practice the set as is, and then someone will play something, and then normally our vocalist just sort of does this like look, you have to know, but he does this look, like it's like really, really dramatic, and then he'll be like, play that again, and that's normally how our songs form. Like it could be me doing something, Jordan playing a beat, or the guitarist doing something, and it will just work on that. But the process takes a long time, I'd say, like to get something down really nice. But yeah, it's a lot of trial and error stuff.
And I'd imagine that you'd get on pretty well as a group, I'd hope.
Yeah, we do. Like, there's nothing, like, obviously, like, we're all friends and stuff, but...
So what do you do when you're not rehearsing or performing? Are you still together a lot?
Yeah, we go out to other shows and we, like, go and watch other bands, support other bands. Like, our friends are in other bands like Valor.
Yeah, Monasteries,
but a lot of them are split up now.
Yeah.
They all have kids.
But yeah, we all hang out, like, outside of the band as well, and just chill with mates, really.
And it must be cool now to be able to perform your music to crowds and see people enjoying your music. What's the most exciting aspect of performing live?
Probably playing, really. For me personally, I just like playing. I mean, I can play to one or two people, and I'd still have a great time.
Just when you're on stage, that's like your time to kind of like go off and just let all this aggression out. I mean, like if the crowd's feeling it as well, then. Like if they're starting a mosh or something like that, then it's like that gets me going as well. So when I see that, it like kind of hypes me up.
And do you have a particular favourite gig that you've performed?
Probably there's a little. I mean, it's probably the worst show we played, but it was the best show because it was a small practice room, and there was like 50 people there. And I swear this room is like double the size, or triple the size of when we played. So and it just everyone there was just really fun. Some bloke went through 2 days and lost the ball. That's my favourite show, purely because it was really bad, but at the same time it just got really good crowd reaction. So I can't speak on your behalf again. So that's my personal favourite.
And have you got lots of gigs planned for the coming months?
Got a few. We've got a few big ones. Got a few small ones.
I think we've got about 3 or 4 gigs lined up at the moment. But I mean,
I thought it was 6.
6. No, it's about 3 or 4. But yeah, some of them are local, and then there's one up in Croydon as well. I mean, that's our next biggest one, I'd say. But then, yeah, we're just going to see what comes after that, really. And
you've also been teasing your fans on Facebook as well about a new album, which I believe is going to be called Sermons of Hate as well. What can we expect from that?
Probably another long wait. No, a lot of violence. We've just finished. That's the response to that. It's... I wouldn't really know. Like, we keep
themes in it, and we've just kind of collectively kind of got together as a band, and everyone's influences have kind of put that into one, and kind of putting that out into one album, really, and just seeing what it comes out like, really. I mean, we're really happy with it at the moment, so we just hope everyone else kind of enjoys it as well.
And when do you have an idea of when that might be coming out?
Hopefully. Like, I'm going to be realistic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be optimistic. Maybe end of next year, because of money. We just sat down and rewrote everything. We've tore everything apart and done it again, so it's more professional. Because like, as a band, when you get together and you play, like as a unit, you get better at your instrument, like because all the roles are sort of intertwining. Then I find that we've all become really a lot better musicians, like at what we do. Like sometimes we've started integrating different instruments now that we're not comfortable with, but now we are. So we just thought, we'll go back to the drawing board, redo it again, spend more money, get a better product, because now we've got a bit more of a following. It just made more sense to just sort of postpone that and make that wait a little bit longer, because it'll be worth it at the end of the day. Well, I think, not without blowing my own trumpet, obviously.
And of course, you can keep up to date with all the details on their Facebook page. The details will be on the screen at the end of the interview. But first, I want to play a quick game. Who's more likely to? And I don't want any arguments at the end of this. Just be honest. So basically, what I'm going to do is ask you a question, and then I'm going to ask you who's more likely out of the two of you to do whatever the scenario is. And the first one, you said that you're together a lot as a band, but who's more likely to get too drunk the night before a performance and turn up hungover for a live performance?
Definitely,
You don't really drink. Yeah, probably me. There's been a few times where, like, I've been really drunk, played a show the next day, and I've just completely forgot everything, and I just can't function. And just, being hungover, it's not very good.
And how about not turning up for a gig? Have any of you done that? Who's more likely to do that? If not,
well, you normally get a lift because of all the drum stuff. It's never happened, but if it was to happen out of me and Jordan, it would be me.
Because you're hungover, probably.
Because I'm hungover, either hungover or I don't know. I always forget the day sometimes. Like I'm a bit dumb.
Are you the unorganised one?
Yeah. I'm not going to even try and justify anything. Yeah.
Who's more likely to throw a tantrum if things go wrong? You saying the same?
Yeah, probably. I like things to be kind of like in order, and if things kind of go wrong, it messes with my head, and I just go mad.
Because you're more organised.
Yeah.
Yeah, what goes with me. If it show's a show. But yeah, you're the organised one, I'd say, out of everyone, you and Tom.
Well, thank you ever so much for joining me today. Good luck with your new set, Sermons of Hate, as well. And you can keep up to date with all of the details on their social medias, which will be on your screen now.